Good morning. Welcome to the second episode of Walk and Talk with me and my dog Cooper. It's another beautiful morning. It's about 57 degrees and the fog is pretty thick. We just had a good rain here a couple days ago, and yesterday was foggy and nice fall weather. Had a little bit of a scare one day last week after a walk with the Coop. He was sitting there getting some scratches at the end of our walk, and all of a sudden he just rolled over onto his side and started to have what appeared to be like a seizure. And after what seemed like an eternity, he got up and he threw up, and then he was good. So probably chewed on something or ate something that didn't agree with him. Maybe some type of neurotoxin or something, and his body did what it did to get rid of it. And he's been good ever since. Didn't lose an appetite, still drinks plenty of water. His energy level's good, so he's just learning what he can and can't get into, I guess. So, he's a Weimaraner. And a Weimaraner we had before in their old age, I guess, I don't know if it's, with their breed or if it's just the size, bigger dogs tend to, are prone to have like seizures and things like that in their older age. And so our previous Weimaraner, he, when he's around 10 or 11, he started to get, have seizures and eventually we had to put him down because he wasn't able to move. But Cooper's only 2. So this didn't seem to be like the seizures that our previous one had. This definitely seemed to be very much related to whatever it was that he got himself into. So he's doing good. I was thinking, I was having a conversation a couple days ago with a friend of mine. She's a trainer, a personal trainer, and she was talking about how, when she gets new clients that come in, how often people will give a long list of all the things they can't do. They tell her, I can't do this, I can't do that. My knees don't allow me to do this. My back does not allow me to do that. My doctor says I can't do X, Y, and Z. And it was interesting because I asked her, I said, well, how do you go about approaching clients like that when, they give you their long list of can'ts? Where do you go from there? And she said, when I hear them say I can't, what I really am hearing them say is, I'm not ready for this yet. And I thought that was a really fascinating concept, that I can't is clearly a barrier or a wall that people will put up for themselves, whether they believe it or not, they convince themselves or not that they can't do something. Especially when it comes to fitness, exercise, things like that. But they can in most cases. We can in most cases. It's just that we don't feel like we're ready. Maybe we don't trust ourselves. Maybe we feel like we don't have the adequate skills to do it. Fear, right? Fear has become ingrained into into us, and we limit ourselves by saying I can't. And so one of the many things that she does with her clients is she doesn't say, oh yes you can, don't use words like that, come on, she doesn't motivate them with a pep talk. She'll listen as to what they say they can't do, and in her mind she's thinking, all right, so how can we get them to do these things without them realizing that they're going to be doing these things? And it's an interesting process, because you have to find that combination to unlock someone else's potential. And once you find that combination and you unlock that potential, oftentimes, if you're doing it in a way that is intuitive and respecting the person's current mental state, then when that combination is unlocked, not only are they surprised that they can, but they also think that it was their idea that unlocked that potential. And it is their, ultimately it's up to each individual to release their potential and go to that next level. Which is really something that we can look at ourselves in our own health and fitness and exercise programs, or any area of our lives. And you look at, do you exercise? Do you live a relatively fit lifestyle? If you do exercise, and this is a question I would often ask my clients, is what are you training for? People who go to the gym and, lift weights or whatever type of exercise program they have, I ask them, what are you training for? And oftentimes people will say, well, what do you mean? Well, you're training for something. You may not realize it, or maybe you do have a goal or something that you're focusing on, which is, helpful. If you have a goal, it makes it easier to program what is it you're doing and why you're doing it. But many people go and they just move their bodies, lifting weights, working on machines, or doing whatever, because they think that is, that's how you get fit. And that's awesome. Any type of movement that, you enjoy doing, which is the key, that you enjoy doing is good. But understanding the why you do what you do is important. And when I ask, what is it that you're training for? People oftentimes don't have an answer to that. Oh, here's your buddy. Look at this, see? And if we can, I'm going to try and, where are you, Coop? There's Coop. And he sees his buddy way off in the distance there. So this could get interesting. So anyway, yeah. Oh, here we go. So one of the things that I would suggest when you're working out or exercising or coming up with a plan is have an idea of what it is that you're training for. A lot of people, maybe it's to lose weight, to get big, to get shredded, whatever it is, just to feel good within their body. And those are all great ideas or great goals to have. Right? You plan on living in your body for a long time. You want to be able to move and feel good and do the things that you want to do. And those are all really important. Then you need to look at, well, is what I am doing in the gym or, in the club, whatever, is it getting me the results that I want? Am I feeling good in my body, or do I always feel beat up? Do I enjoy doing what I'm doing, or is it miserable? Do I feel like I'm getting old and slowing down, or do my exercise or workout programs make me feel younger and healthier and more capable? So if you're going to the gym and you're working out with machines, are you incorporating some body weight, calisthenics, free weights? If you're doing yoga, are you also incorporating some strength training, some resistance training? If you're doing body weight calisthenics, are you incorporating resistance training, or cardio, things like that? So how well-rounded is your program? So a couple of things that you can maybe hopefully take away from this time together is have an idea. Think about what it is that I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and whatever it is, it's good. It's your goals, or it's what you want to achieve, or don't compare yourself to someone else. Compare yourself to what you feel will serve you best. I often will joke, not really joke, but I will tell people, when I ask them what they train for, and then they ask me, well, what do you train for? I tell them, I'm training for old age. I'm training for being able to be capable, to do the things I want to do, to be able to get up and down from the ground when I'm 70, 80, 90. I want to be able to go up and down stairs. I want to be able to pick things up. I want to be able to throw things. I want to be able to walk my dog and just do all those things. And so my training, my movement play is all geared towards making my body, or allowing my body to move in a wide variety of ways with a wide variety of loads, from a wide variety of planes of movement. And while doing that, the number one thing is it has to be enjoyable. It has to be fun, right? So, maybe I'll do some videos of some of these movement plays that I like to do on a daily basis, because again, we are human beings. We need to move a lot for not only just our physical health, but our brain health. Our nervous system requires a lot of play and a lot of movement. So maybe I'll throw out some videos of what that looks like. I am not a very regimented individual when it comes to that. So sets and reps and things like that are not something that I incorporate in my movement practice. I'm very more, what do I feel like now? And that's what I like to do. It keeps it more interesting. So that's it. Hopefully something that I said today will spark some ideas or some thoughts. Maybe consider the why behind what it is that you're doing as far as your health and fitness. Oh, here they go. And that's it. So if you like, please subscribe and pass this on if you think that this may help someone. And until then, have a wonderful weekend. All right, let's see. Oh, there they go. And they're off.